Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Tuesday Boozeday on this fine October 13th. I hope you're all safe and doing well. As I'd like to kick off every show, being Tuesday Boozeday, just want to hear what you guys are drinking. Give it a share, drop it in the comments. Today is a release day for me, so I buy a new bottle of rum, as you may know by now. So today I got this Don Pancho from Panama. Never heard of it before, and my first sip of it was very smooth. So that was nice. Nice surprise. Pretty good. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Dad. What's up? Oh, hi, Nard. I thought you'd be here to brag about beating me in fantasy this week. So I'm going to pretend I don't see you. Um, so yeah, you guys share what you're drinking, share where you're watching from, and of course use those hashtags, hashtag live, hashtag replay. I see some of you already know the drill there, so thank you. So yeah, also like to talk about just the last week and weekend. Well, hi Bernadette, welcome. Bernadette, I went to mail your books yesterday, and the post office was closed for the holiday. I forgot. And then I went today, and the line was out the door, so I said, never mind. I should have time to go tomorrow, though, in the middle of the day. So I'll be getting those books out. So see, guys, it pays to participate things and win prizes. So yeah. But as far as last weekend, we had a pretty relaxed weekend. Friday night, we let the kids make a fort in the living room and have a little movie night. We let them do a double feature. My son didn't make it even halfway through the first movie, I think, which was Alice in Wonderland. And he picked the second movie, which was going to be Ralph Breaks the Internet from Wreck It Ralph. Um, but yeah, my daughter, though, she's the champ. She stayed up late. She would have stayed up even later, I think. But we were ready for bed around 11:30 or so, I think. So yeah, she definitely gets that from me, I can say. And then Saturday, what do we do? We covered up our trailer. I helped my in-laws cover their trailer up. Got to get on the roof and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that was pretty much Saturday. And then Sunday was preparing for our first day of um, in-person school for our daughter. So just making sure we got everything transferred from the setup at home into her backpack and ready to go. So far, so good. Obviously, only 2 days in, but no complaints. Minus the pickup line at the end of the day is quite chaos. But Natasha's gonna go crack some skulls over it apparently, and get that straightened out. I look forward to her reaction there. Um, so yeah, that was our weekend. So you guys share if you guys did anything fun this last weekend. Would love to hear about it. I know this upcoming weekend should be a little more fun for us. We have both a baby shower and a wedding on Saturday. So yeah, a busy Saturday, and then I think we're trying to go to a pumpkin patch Sunday because next weekend after we're doing pumpkin carving for our kids' birthday party. So yeah, so plenty of action here to wrap up October, it seems. Ah, so yeah, with all that fun stuff out of the way, I'll shift gears here to my pop culture check-in. So as always, like to hear what you guys are watching, reading, listening to, what have you. Yeah, I made a pretty good dent into The Innocent Man on audio is what I've been listening to, and we didn't watch anything new this weekend. So yeah, well, I don't know. We were very tired by the end of all the days and just put on things we've already watched before. Natasha watches all that Cake Wars stuff nonsense, and I sit here and edit books. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Yes, Sunday, football wise, was fun. The Cowboys won. The Raiders beat the Chiefs, and the Broncos didn't even play, so we didn't have to hear about them. So I'd call that pretty much a perfect Sunday, outside of the Cowboys losing their quarterback for the rest of the year. But that's 2020. I've come to accept it. Bernadette, hockey, shocker, Columbine, Facebook Live. Yeah, I see your posts. But thank you for sharing here. I don't know how you watch so much hockey. I was telling Natasha, I'm like, I feel like they play every single night. I don't know how you keep up, but good for you. The Third Day on Netflix. I don't think I've seen that pop up yet. I'll have to look for that. Third Day. The Third Day. I'm telling my assistant here. Win-win. Hi, Tim. Welcome. Yes, win-win-win. Um, So yeah, that's kind of what's going on the pop culture front for me. Not too much, as you can tell. I did vote today, so that's cool. I actually spent probably the first half of the Cowboys game Sunday going through the ballot, researching all the amendments and all that stuff, and got that filled out yesterday and dropped it off this morning after school. So yeah, go vote. You can do that in Colorado. And actually, I just got the email about an hour ago saying they received the ballot. So they are definitely on top of things so far. So definitely take advantage of that if you're in Colorado. Ah. So yeah, so shifting gears in terms of what's going on in my writing world, obviously the big news is release day for Miss Amelia Doss here, Resurrection Book 1, on sale today. Amazon, you can get it for ebook or through Kindle Unlimited if you're a subscriber. You can also order the paperback here, as you see in my hand. It's not too big of a book. Let me see, I forget. Too many books to keep track. 215 pages. So yeah, I'm sure most of you seasoned readers can knock that out in a day. That'd probably take me 2 months, but you know how I am. Oh, Tim voted today too. Very nice. Very nice. But yeah, Amelia Book 1 is out. That's my shameless plug for the day. So yeah, just celebrating and enjoying the release of my 11th book. Been quite the roller coaster ride this year, as I'm sure it has been for everyone. So yeah, I'm just glad to. I mean, this is my last book coming out for the year. Next one should probably be January, February. So I kind of look back on the year. I had wanted to release 4 books. It ended up being 3, right? June last month, this month, yeah, 3 books. But I did have some audiobooks come out as well. So it was still an overall productive year. Um, and I'm currently experiencing, I guess, experiencing what I call like I don't know, a productivity high. I don't know if you guys ever have things like this. Mine tend to span sometimes a few weeks or even a month, where I'm just very focused. I think that's the best way to put it. I'm very focused in just getting things done. Whether that's the day job, writing, what have you. I just like to move things, get on to the next thing. So a little productivity high has been a very nice boost. Honestly, I'm feeling very much back into my groove from pre-COVID. I'm getting my words cranked out. I'm flying through editing. Um, I'm in what I also call editing season. So basically, after I finish my first round of edits on a book, I obviously have 2 more rounds ahead of me. But what I do on those rounds 2 and 3 is I try to knock each round out in a week. So that's going through the book, reading it, editing it. I try to do it Monday through Friday. So roughly 7 chapters a day or so. It's very exhausting and grueling, but I feel that's the best way to really get the essence of a book is to read it fairly quick. So I give myself that week limit. I've never had an issue sticking to it, although I want to rip my hair out sometimes. But that's where I am right now with Wealth of Time 5. So hoping to have that sent over to my editor by the last week of the month. So yeah, before Halloween even. So I think I'm ahead of schedule, even though I'm behind schedule, overall sort of thing. Everything got shuffled up, but here we are. So cheers to that. Hi, Lori. Hi, Carolyn. Yes, I'm very much in a zone right now, and glad to be. I think it also helps that just with our daughter back in in-person school, we are. It's just my wife and I at home during the workday, so it's just a little easier to focus. Less distractions, having to turn around and make sure everything's going okay with kindergarten. So I think that's probably helped. But I kind of felt it creeping up, slowly even ahead of time. I don't know how to explain it. If you've experienced it before, I hope you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, it's just a very, very high level of focus that really can't be disrupted easily. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Still writing Followed Away, about 40,000 words in, um, and editing Wealth of Time 5, and just waiting on Snowball, both the audio book, which I should be getting soon, I think, and then the physical doll we got alerted was finally going into production. So we're still on track to have that by next month, and I will be sharing Snowball here with you. Okay, so that is everything I got going on my end. So as far as our topic of the day, if you recall, I don't know why my light is flickering. I'm not even going to speculate. It's the 13th. Amelia's out. Things are getting weird. I'm going to just roll with it. Natasha's looking at me weird. Maybe she's doing it. I don't know. But if you recall, our topics for this month are going to be all of my short stories. So last week we talked about A Poisoned Mind. This week we're going to talk about Erased, which is the prequel story to the Insanity series. So if you've read the Insanity series before and had no idea that there was a short prequel to it, you can go download that. I believe it's listed free on Amazon. If not, you can get it by joining my mailing list through my website. So yeah, Erased. It's a quick. I think I flipped through it earlier. It's about 6 chapters or so long. It was actually quite challenging to write because it's following the main character from the Insanity series, Jeremy, as an 8-year-old boy. So it was very. I found it difficult to write a story. Obviously, it was from his point of view. Telling it as an 8-year-old might, but not making it sound childish at the same time. Um, Sorry, I'm checking on my light here. Natasha's checking on it too. Off and on. That's why my face is changing colors. Okay, I think the flashing stopped. So yeah, back to Erased. Sorry. There's always a glitch, it seems, every week. You can count on it. But yeah, Erased, like I mentioned, a challenging write, but short. And I feel like it got my purpose across. What I really wanted to do, obviously, if you've read Insanity, Jeremy has some screws loose, I guess is the best way to put it. So I wanted to try to write a story about his childhood that can maybe tie back to why he's that way. So the book starts out where he witnesses a pretty horrific death of his little sister, and then the rest of the book is about him dealing with that grief, and then eventually he meets with a psychiatrist who wants to help him erase the memory, hence the title Erased. And the flashing light is back on, so I don't know what's going on there. But this was an interesting book to do research on. I kind of outlined it and went into it, not really knowing if there's any truth behind it, but there is. You can erase memories. It's a very intense process that psychiatrists, psychologists can do. There's a technique called selective memory suppression. So that's one that's addressed directly in the book, sort of experimented on young Jeremy, and then it eventually leads to a point of an electroconvulsive machine. So apparently there's a belief where when you trigger a certain memory in your mind, there's particular neurons that are firing in your brain, and if you zap them at that specific moment, it can literally erase them from your brain, and you'll have no recollection that memory ever happened. Um, so yeah, it was very interesting, somewhat disturbing to read about that. Knowing there's things like this out there. Obviously, I don't know how true that works. I've never met anyone or heard of anyone who's gone through anything like that. But regardless, it was very interesting to research. Yeah, if you like to go down some nerdy rabbit holes like I tend to do, definitely look up that sort of stuff. Selective memory suppression and an electroconvulsive machine, which they use to shock your brain neurons to erase memories. So yeah, I thought overall once the story was done, I thought it tied in very well to the rest of the series. Because basically, as a reader, you know what happened in his childhood that was so traumatic, and you also know because of that, his brain underwent these very intense procedures, in a sense, and it kind of all ties back together in the Insanity series, and you can really piece it together and say, okay, it sort of makes sense why he snapped, why he is the way he is. So yeah, I think Erased is probably my favorite short story that I've written. So yeah, definitely check that out if you have not yet. If you guys have any questions on it, or just want to discuss it, I'm always happy to do so. So yeah, just feel free to drop anything in the comments or just shoot me messages. I'm happy to chat with you guys. But yeah, I'm checking here. Obviously, I don't want to go into too many details within the book itself. Don't want to spoil anything. But I will start wrapping up for the night. I'm in editing season, so I do have more editing to get back to. About 2.5 more chapters before I call it a day. Hopefully, shouldn't take me too long. But yeah, I will leave you guys on that note. So I will say cheers. Hope you all stay safe, stay well. Hope to see you all soon in person. Hopefully that day's around the corner. But yeah, happy Tuesday. I'll be back next Tuesday, of course, to discuss Revolution, a spin off prequel to the Wealth of Time series that's really focused on my bad guy, Chris Spidell. So yeah, I will see you guys back next Tuesday. Cheers again. You guys stay safe out there.